Joining us now is David Ragan. You've only had really just a short amount of time to let it sink in what happened at the end of that race. You said Sunday, I'm extremely disappointed. How are you feeling now?
I was about over it until I heard that rebroadcast again, and it's got me thinking about what I could have done different. Definitely gives me chill bumps just to go back and revisit that moment where we took the lead in the final caution. But a hard lesson learned, and I can't wait for Phoenix to get here.
NASCAR's Robin Pemberton said after the race that obviously they didn't like having to black flag you, but in light of what was said in the drivers' meeting, it was an easy decision. How did you interpret what was said in that meeting?
At the time of that restart, I was worried about making sure the fuel pickup was going to pick up all the fuel in our UPS Ford. And, going through the gears, I had a plan with Trevor, and I knew that I wasn't supposed to advance my position, and I didn't want to jump the start. And I felt like I could start making that move to the bottom prior to the start-finish line, but I just couldn't get the whole way down, and I just went a little too early. I'm looking at my mirror more than I'm looking out of the front of the windshield, and I just took that rule as kind of a gray area rule and just pushed it a little too much. And when you're on the front row in a green-white checkered for the Daytona 500, every eye is on you, and I can see where NASCAR is coming from, whether I like it or not. I can see it, and again, that's a hard lesson to be learned, but we can use it as motivation and move forward and head to Phoenix.
Your team owner, Jack Roush, said it was a gray area as well. He said he'd never seen that call made before, and he did admit to being a little biased and miffed. But what has he said to you since?
I went back and watched a little bit of the race, and saw a couple of occasions where a car would move prior to the line. But again, you're at the end of the race, and Jack was on our pit box, and after the race, he just told me, he said, "David, I'm sorry, it just wasn't our day." So, we put ourselves in contention for the win. We ran a great race all day. Our UPS pit crew did a nice job on pit road, and we were there. We just wasn't able to capitalize on it. And like I said, you learn some hard lessons in this sport, and it's always good to learn a lesson from your teammates or other cars on the racetrack, and you don't have to learn them firsthand. But we took this one, and we're back here at the shop already, and we've put this one behind us, and we'll have another opportunity, whether it's this weekend at Phoenix or Las Vegas or California or Charlotte or back in Daytona again. We'll have another opportunity to win one of these things, and we'll make the best of it then.
Okay, so you said you put it behind you. It is a long season, but that was the biggest race. How do you, in this short amount of time, put it behind you?
It's tough. So many of the interviews, I've talked to Trevor once, and, proud for those guys, the Wood brothers, Ford Racing. This is a big win for everyone, and, it's like a team member for us, even though it's not under the Roush Fenway banner. You just talked to Doug Yates, and this is a big win, and I feel like that I'm a big part of it. But my name's not going to be by the, the Richard Pettys and Cale Yarboroughs and all the guys that have won it before. So you just have to move on. We can sit back a year or two from now and talk about it. And the best thing that will help our UPS team move on is to get that Ford back in victory lane again. So the sooner we can get back to business, and the sooner we hit the racetrack again, just still a day or two, in the past, and it's still fresh on our memories. But you just get back to the race shop, and you talk about Phoenix and the upcoming races, and you just move on.